So this is the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. Nearly 50 years ago to the day, over 250,000 people gathered in Washington, D.C., and it was all about making the civil rights movement a national movement. There'd been those local struggles, particularly in the South, with so much violence that had incensed so many. But it was Martin Luther King's message of peace that resonated so strongly on the steps just behind me here. And of course, that speech that everybody here remembers so vividly, whether they were here themselves as young people or whether they've watched it on television in the years afterwards. But the whole notion that someone be judged not by the colour of their skin but by the content of their character, Cynthia, that must today resonate even more, that he was just over there when he gave that.
Yes, it really did. That it's so hot today, but it was so important to us to just sit through the heat, the sun, the losing the kids. It was just that important.
Let's keep walking, shall we? Because we've got we're on the march to the Martin Luther King Memorial. That must in itself be so significant, the fact that it wasn't there, obviously, at the time of the speech, and it's now such a beautiful monument.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And what's it been to be here today marching towards this now?
So much to me. It's heartbreaking. I'm really touched by this.
What about having your children here and the next generation? That must be
generation to see the struggle that we're still in the fight, that we're still fighting for racial equality and not to be judged by the color of our skin, but the content of our character. The same thing that what the speech 50 years ago was about. And that's why we're here with the young ones, 4 years old, 10 years old. That's
showing that we are still
And our organization, we're Jack and Jill of America, the premier African-American organization for families, and we have over 300 marchers led by our children. This is a very exciting time for us to celebrate this 50th anniversary.
What's the mood been like today? I mean, the sunshine and the weather has helped, but it seems like there's optimism, but still the feeling of a way to go.
It's very exciting. It's empowering. Our legislative priorities are education, healthcare, juvenile justice, and gun control. And all of those issues were covered today in the speeches. And so our children have our banner. They are the future for our country, and they are leading our Jack and Jill organization today.
Thank you very much. That gives you a sense of the range of causes here. It was all about the Civil Rights Act that was passed the year after Martin Luther King gave that speech. But today it's about immigration reform. It's about voter rights. It's about Trayvon Martin. So many of the banners here have his name on it, and the push for some kind of reform of that stand your ground law. They are united in one cause here, and that is that the civil rights movement isn't about history, but it's about the future.